Hello there, YouTube. I'm still here. I haven't posted anything on this channel in a long time. Just didn't have the time. Didn't have the time to piece together the video footage, and it's taken me all day today to actually piece this together because my editing skills and remembering how to do everything has gone downhill, and it wasn't really the best to start with. So here we are. We've still got a wire. Need to invest in a mic, possibly, but many of you know, done that too many times now, many people know that I competed in my first powerlifting comp. You probably realised that when you saw the thumbnail. But yeah, it went like so well. So why powerlifting? Well, it's something that I was actually interested in before bodybuilding. Bodybuilding was something that I kind of got into through mistake. Bodybuilding happened because my girlfriend also decided she was going to compete, but she had to pull out, and I was too stubborn. But my interest would have always been probably powerlifting before bodybuilding. But once you've been on the bodybuilding stage, you get a buzz for that and being able to manipulate the body in that way. But also to improve the body, you need to gain. And that means you've got to get a bit fluffy. And it's pretty good if you get strong in some big compound movements. My compounds have always been the squat, bench and deadlift. I enjoy those movements more often than not. Currently, I'm loving them. Even after training for a powerlifting block, I was kind of hating them just towards the end there. I've literally gone like three days, two training sessions and a rest day, and god damn, I can't wait to get some heavy load on that bar again. But we'll get more onto where my training is later in this video. So powerlifting, it was, I made the commitment after being bullied in by Jacob. I'm going to put a picture up of him here. Great guy. He might have bullied me in, but he was also the reason that I had an absolutely brilliant first powerlifting meet. I did go 9 for 9. And yeah, all those third lifts, I guess the one disappointing thing with all my lifts is I didn't have to dig deep. At no point did I doubt any of those lifts. You know, they were all there. I was very confident with them. I wouldn't have gone for what I went from that day. And I will run the clips of the meet, and it's, if you look down here, there will be what the lift was. I did go all whites on all 9 lifts, so massive boost in terms of feeling confident with my technique and my execution. That not one judge at any point doubted me, and that's big. And I think for my first one, it was very important to kind of have that, and therefore just not doubt. And I think a lot of that just came down to sticking to the plan. I stuck to the training plan. I knew what I was able to do in the gym. I took my taper well, and I calculated everything for the day just like I would training. I didn't try and do anything stupid. And in the gym, I will never get under a bar that I doubt. I would prefer to take 2.5 kilos off, get my reps, and find out my RPEs down 0.5 than push for something and fail it. I have not failed a rep. The only place I was willing to fail a rep was comp, and I didn't do that either, which does show that there's a little bit more in the tank, which blows my mind because the numbers I achieved on comp day were well above target. So going 9 for 9, I did beat all my PBs. I'd aimed for 2.5 kilos on everything, and I think I got 7.5 kilos on squat and bench and a 10 kilo PB on the deadlift. It rendered me a 635 kilo total, which probably isn't bad for my first outing on the platform. So here we go. I'm going to put the vids up. Enjoy these. Obviously, it's going to go squat, bench, deadlift, and then I will kind of wrap things up in what I am planning on doing now.
Go on then, Drew. Come on.
Nice and easy, mate. Let's go.
Take your time, tight setup. Let's go. Solid workout. Come on. Let it settle. Whoa. Easy.
Easy.
Come on, Andrew, let's see it. Come on.
Yes.
That's it, mate. Come on, Andrew, let's go. Come on, mate, let's see it. Come on.
Up, up.
Come on, Andrew. Go on, mate, let's see it.
Stop. Press. Right. I try to have you.
Go on, mate, same again.
Stop. Press.
Yes.
Same again, mate. Come on, Andrew, let's see it. Come on, Andrew.
Stop. Press.
Come on!
Yes.
Right.
Fucking easy.
Come on! Go on, mate, let's see it.
Yes.
Come on, mate, let's go. Come on, Andrew. Come on. Yes.
Yep. Yes.
Go on, Andrew, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, mate, show master. Let's go, come on.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Not bad for a first comp. Got a certificate here, so I thought, oh yeah, I'll use this. So that there is 210 squat, 150 bench press, and 275 kilo deadlift, bringing me a 635 kilo total in my first powerlifting comp. So I am well happy with that. So where does it leave me? Back to getting shredded. I can tell you, 2 to 3 weeks out from the powerlifting meet, I was feeling destroyed. Training crushed me. I felt like I was 3 weeks out from a bodybuilding stage. I was destroyed. I applied as much sleep and food as I could, and I just felt like I'd been ran over by a truck. But I had pushed training and I'd milked everything out of it, and it clearly shows that after the taper it paid off, because my performance was above and beyond what I'd predicted. So something to remember for the future, because of all those lifts, yeah, they were tough, but I've had harder singles in the gym. I don't feel like any of those, my form or technique really broke down on those last reps. And I'd be confident to say I think I had a good 2.5 to 5 kilos in my squat, bench and deadlift. So, am I going to compete again? Yeah, I'm going to compete again. I thrive. I love that environment. It's 100% me. I don't know what it is. I wouldn't always say I'm a competitive person. I think I am very competitive with myself. I know what I can achieve. I knew what should have been possible, and therefore I wanted to prove that I could do it, and then I wanted to better myself. As soon as I knew I could do it, I just wanted to be the best version of me. That was the same on the bodybuilding stage, and it was the same on the powerlifting platform. And yeah, I really do think my focus now, I always think it's a hard one to say exactly just after a comp, because I think you get a bit of a buzz. Like, I just see anybody squat, bench or deadlift at the moment and I just get really excited over it. It's just like, yeah, squat. Like, I just cannot wait to squat and lift, and it excites me to get back on the platform. But it's because it's recent, and just putting together this video, just watching and seeing the lifts over and over again, it was like, wow. So yes, I do plan on competing again in powerlifting. I think I'd be kind of silly not to. I'd like to know what is there. And one of my biggest reasons is squat, bench, deadlift. In powerlifting, you need to be able to squat, bench and deadlift. When it comes to bodybuilding, you do not need to be able to squat, bench and deadlift, and you can use any form of exercise and many different set and rep ranges in order to achieve volume to stimulate the muscle. Obviously, with a powerlifting event, you have to be able to squat, bench and deadlift, and you need to be able to work at high enough intensities with heavy singles in order to do that. You can't go and build a big squat by training 10 to 15 reps on a hack squat. It's not going to give you your best squat on the day because of the specificity of it. Cannot say that word, but you know what I meant. So yes, I do want to compete again. I'm like, well, in my last training block from when I started, which was about 4 or 5 months back, I managed to put a decent load on my squat, bench and deadlift. My bench was always... Now let's start at squat. Let's go logical, yeah? So my squat, my best squat ever had been 182 for a double. And I think I'd had 172 for a really hard 4 reps. And that was actually in prep. So to just break that, so I understand that was a double. I hit a double on 200 on my last training block, and then I went on to hit 210 on the platform. That's some serious progress for 4 to 5 months. Bearing in mind I've got a good training background, it just shows what can be done when you focus on 3 lifts. Bench press, I'd always struggled at 120. 120, 122.5s, and I just fluttered between like doubles and triples on those numbers. And then by the end of it, I was repping 140 for 3 on my last training block. And then I went to get a 150, which I hadn't actually ever had anything close to that in training. So that was completely new territory. Deadlift, always been a strong lift, but in the gym, the best I'd ever had was a 265 for a single. I'd had a 260 for a double. So the fact that I had a 275, yeah, I was happy with that. And deadlifts through my last training block had probably taken a little bit of a knock, but I will always put that down to the fact that my squat was progressing up so much. So yes, I would like to compete again. I would like to see how many more kilos I can add to this total. I enjoy training for powerlifting, and I enjoy the 3 big lifts. So what's the plan? I believe there's qualifiers in January, so that there will be goal number 1. So qualify, which I'd achieved a qualifying total at my first meet, so I should be able to get a qualifying total. Obviously, I will have a goal on how much I want to add to that, and then that there will then take me to nationals, hopefully in September of next year. So I've got like just over 12 months to get strong, to get proper strong, to be able to run with the big boys. When I say the big boys, probably the 93 guys. I don't think I'm going to make it down to an 83. I really don't know. I need to play about with diet and potential water cuts and things as we go through, and hopefully there'll be something I'll be able to kind of share my experience with, because I will test them, because I'm sitting at 87.15 kilos on comp day, and I was just eating normal on that day, and I've just been hitting about 4,000 calories per day. So I'm gonna kind of play about with those. Hopefully I can share my experience with those. So chances are I think I'll be a 93 guy. I don't think I'll come down to 83. Not yet, just because I know how productive I am at this weight. I think at that point, I'd be at a point where I'd just be maintaining my strength. I don't think I'll be at a point where I could really progress my strength. And mainly, I would like to think at finals and at nationals, and I will only go to nationals if I know my total is going to be somewhere in the 700 kilos, because that's where the guys are competitive. And yes, I like to be the best me, but I also don't want to be the bottom of the pack. I do want to be up there. Hopefully, within the top 5 would be my goal. Yeah, that's probably a big goal for somebody who's just done their first comp, and you're probably looking at me thinking, you got no idea about this game. Nope, I haven't. But I'm going to set my goals big. I know what I've achieved in 4 or 5 months, and I don't, it's not like my training is limited. My training is, it was so progressive. It's, it just needs time. I believe I can progress everything really well. It just needs time. As for this channel, hopefully, if I get some good feedback, if I get some comments, if I get some questions, I'm going to keep these updates like every 1 to 2 weeks, which will mean I can keep you updated with kind of where my training is going, which very briefly, I kind of covered it now. I've just gone into an upper-lower split 4 days a week, just to help a little bit of a shoulder niggle, chest thing. Didn't affect me on comp day, but did start to niggle a little bit through the last of my training blocks, so I'm kind of resting that up. That's the only real niggle I've got. So that's going to get some rest. I'm still squatting, I'm still bench pressing, I'm still deadlifting. RPEs are lower as I slowly build up. Volume is lower, but I will build it up until I go into a more specific block. So where I am, I'm going to discuss more about that in the next video. On my current split, it's very bodybuilder-esque. It's going to last probably about 2 to 6 weeks, and then I'm going to go more specific and start working towards my goal for January. If you've enjoyed this video, hit a like. If you've really enjoyed it, then hit subscribe. Don't know which button these are under. Got any questions, by all means drop a comment and I will get back to you. So within a week or 2, expect another upload, and I will talk about my current training. It's not just an upper lower, so I'll go into a little bit more detail on that. Till next time, people, see ya.